Beautiful full moon to start the day. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. What time it is? Let the people know we are up. We are at it. It is 4:30. This is what we do. This is our walk and talk. This is how we get together. This is how we work together. This is how we grow together. For those of you guys who have been here before, you understand what we do. This is our motivational discipline wake up call every morning from 4:30 to 5. Let's wake up the world. Let's get up. Let's get ready. Let's get started. As you guys know, I do a 30-minute walk out away from my house, and then I run back home. Do it every morning. I'm glad to have you guys here joining me, being a part of this process. Yes, I am running in the dark. Yes, I am in a well evolved community that can accept a black man in a black hoodie running at 4:30 in the morning without calling the police. Let me get a what's what. All right, guys. Hey, as always, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the good morning. Uh, nope, don't have any tattoos. Thank you very much. I will keep grinding. For all of you people who are up, or getting out, let me go ahead and get a up. I'm up in the chat. Let me know if you up. Let me get a I'm up. I got to get myself together. Make sure I have everything I need on me. Um, it's going to be the same as we always do, people. We want to get ourselves loose. We're going to get ourselves ready. You know, this walk takes about 30 minutes for me to walk out. Ends up being about 3 to 3.5 miles when I'm done. I run back to the house. For those of you who are not aware, who are new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. Let's drop a I'm up in the chat and let's get up for the day. I'm up drinking board on YouTube drinking. Hey, Corey, here's the thing. You said you're up and you're on YouTube. I tell you what, man, don't know what you're drinking, don't know how your day is going or what time it is where you are, but I'll let you know this. If you're up and you're on YouTube, unlike any other time in the world, there's an audience. There are people out there who are similar to you, who are looking for you, want to be in a conversation with you, want to have an understanding of themselves and how they fit in, and they may like to have an understanding of you as well. All right, great place to not feel alone is right here. How you doing this morning? I'm up. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Sure. All right. What's up? What you doing? Well, this morning I'm doing what I always do. I go out for this walk and talk. I take about 30 minutes, as I said before, from 4:30 to 5. I walk away from the house. I spend this time walking away as a great opportunity to reach out to the ether, reach out to the community for all of those people, wherever you are around the world, where you're getting up for whether you're getting up to go to work at night, whether you're getting up to start your day, or whether you're getting home to end your day. Always do it with purpose. So I'm here to let you know this does not have to be the beginning of your day. It does not have to be the start. But if you're up, I'd like you to drop I'm up in the chat so we can go ahead and get started supporting one another, whether we're starting the day or ending the day. We're in our day all day. That's one of the mistakes that people make, is the belief that, hey, well, I didn't start the day right. I can't end the day right. I didn't start the day with the right energy. So, my whole day is blown. It's not. It's never a blown day. I'm doing great this morning. 3:36 in Texas. All right, Israel. Are you starting your day or ending your day, Israel? Morning, bro. Good morning to you as well, guys. Good morning. Thank you very much for being here. Please put a thumbs up and Continue to communicate in the chat. I would love to hear from you. And if you would like to, you could also take an opportunity to subscribe. It'd be great to have you guys here on a regular basis, as this is what I do. This is how I start my morning. And I would love to have you guys be a part of this, to understand this feeling that I have. So, feelings, a lot of people say feelings don't matter. Feelings matter a great deal. Feelings and beliefs always matter because they drive behaviors, people. They drive behaviors. What you believe to be true is your truth, right? And so, how you feel about something drives your belief. Intuition is important. So, when you start your day, if you feel like it's going to be a bad day, and because of your previous bad days, you believe it's going to be a bad day, it's a pretty good chance you're going to have yourself a bad day. So, how do we improve on that? How do we reduce that likelihood? We start the day off with intention and control. We get up, we understand that we have a purpose. We understand that we're going to live that purpose, and we understand that the work that we do is important, and that work is on us. And that's what we're doing this morning, people. Or we're getting up and we're getting at it. Let me hear you in the chat. Let me get a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and start this day with some strength and some energy, people. Let's get started. It's important, always important to remember what you're doing and what you're working on is yourself. This does not happen. You don't happen. Your day don't happen. Your work don't happen. Your effort, your growth doesn't happen without you. All right, guys? So let's continue to do this work. It's good to see you here this morning. It's good to have you here at BNV Finance Fixers. I understand that some of you may be dropping in and be like, hey, this is BNV Finance Fixers. Why do I have a personal trainer yelling at me at 4:30 in the morning? It's because I have a belief and an understanding from my times working as a personal trainer that everything starts with you first understanding discipline, you determining, you developing and growing discipline, and then using that discipline to work on everything else in your life. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thank you for checking in the chat. How do you feel? Okay, Momoka. I see you dropped a question in the chat. Definitely have goals. Could you explain a little bit more? You said, but how do you feel something if you take pills, meds, and blocking emotions? Please explain more. Is this something that you're currently dealing with? Is this something that you're working on? Or this is a question that you're asking just in general? I would love to hear in the chat exactly who the question is for. Who is it focused on? Is this a particular issue that you're dealing with? But thank you again, guys, for being here. Thank you for being a part of this process. As I said before, this is a beautiful way to start the day. It takes energy, it takes focus, it takes fight, it takes you understanding that if you're starting your day at 4:30 in the morning, or if you're ending your day somewhere else, or as we had a person check in this morning from Texas at 3:30 in the morning, it's important. It's always important for you to keep in mind that the work that you're doing is towards your purpose. And it doesn't matter if it's the beginning of the day or the end of the day. You have to take it on with energy. You have to approach it with purpose. You have to understand that you are doing this work for yourself. You are growing yourself. Had a gentleman on yesterday. I was speaking about food service and how even your entry level food service jobs are expecting their employees to know more, to do more, to pass food service handling inspections, understand an ever expanding menu, the difference, the different types of meals they prepare and the requirements that they need to be held to. And so you'll spend hours working on learning how to prepare their meals and grow their business. But how much time do you spend on you? How much time do you spend learning yourself, learning how to grow your skill set, learning how to develop your ability, learning how to become a better version of you? That's always important. And because you have to understand your purpose, because the focus is on growing who you are. Good morning, everyone. Because it's important to know that what you do and who you are is important to you, and it will determine your value and your place in the world. We have to be up. We have to be about it. We have to get on it, guys. Thank you for coming in this morning. Thank you for checking in. Please go ahead, put a thumbs up. Go ahead, head over to the channel, take a look at the other content, like, subscribe, and continue to be a part of this process. Just a moment. So I haven't heard anything back from Momoa. Good night from Texas. Okay, JA, you have a question about the diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's how I that's how I look at the entire world. Communities are all the same, right? I've always had this opinion from just as an African American, just as a black man in the United States, or a black man on this planet, we're all human. The biggest thing that people can do to drive us apart is label us. Don't allow people to use labels to drive a divide between you and anyone else. If anyone asks you a question about how you feel about a community, they have already diminished you. So when you say LGBTQ or any other community, or the African American community, or the Indian community, or the women community, or the Republicans, or the Democrats, anybody who asks you about a group, if they ask you about a group of something, they're intentionally trying to divide you, because relationships aren't with groups, relationships are with individuals. And in every group that someone tries to define, they try to see what's your mindset on a group of people. You can't judge people by groups. You have to judge people. You have to determine who you appreciate, who you communicate with, and who you connect with individually. Okay? That's why we are in this chat as individuals. There are people in this chat, and I don't know the exact number, but right now it's saying it's about 16 to 17 people in this chat. You can't judge this chat as a group, because the individuals are from different places. We have different experiences and different backgrounds. People, I cannot tell you more. This is important. This is a really important piece of information, people. Do not let people force you to place other people into categories or groups. They are individuals. Anyone who tries to tell you that they or that you have to have an opinion on a group of people are trying to intentionally separate people. Even people within groups try to separate themselves from other people within groups by asking them about the group. You have to learn, you have to understand that this is the design to hold you back, to keep you from focusing on what's important, which is your purpose, which is yourself, developing your talents, growing yourself, becoming stronger, and living your best life. As long as we're focusing on groups, I don't care if it's, I tell you what, here's the quickest example of how they separate you. Okay. And this one they do for fun, and they get you to bet on it. Who's your favorite football team? Where are you from? Oh, you like the Lakers instead of the Clippers? Oh, you like the Angels instead of the Dodgers? Oh, you like the Mets instead of the Yankees? They use sports as an opportunity to divide you. People, I understand there's some things in the chat, and I want to get back to that really quickly. This channel is all about discipline. It's about development and personal growth. And in order for you to truly be able to focus on your development and personal growth, then you have to understand that you have to focus on you. You have to focus on your growth. You have to focus on the relationships with people who come into your life that bring value to your life. And if there's anybody in your life who comes into your life and they think the best way to build you up is to tear somebody else down, then you have to reevaluate that. If you don't like your job, don't tear down the job. The job is the job. I don't care how bad the management may be. I don't care how bad you think the company may be. I don't care what your thoughts are about that. You can't control that unless you put yourself in a position that you own the job. There are things that we could do, man. I am so sincere when I say this. There are things that we can do, even inside the companies that we work for, that allow for us to take a position and allow for us to grow and become the head, the leader, and the change that we want to see in the world. What we can't do, people, what we can't continue to do is to sit back and allow for the thought processes and the programming and the intention and the direction and the purpose for other people's lives to become the purpose for our life. We can't have it. You can't let somebody else's purpose become your purpose. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in any way who someone believes that you're supposed to be. It matters who you believe you're supposed to be, who you're working on becoming. And this is the time to do it. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if it's starting your day or ending your day. This is a part of your day. You have the opportunity to be a part of your day, to drive your day, to start it or end it in whichever way you feel is best. Do that. Let's get up. Let's get at it. Let's get ready for what we're doing. Let's get ourselves prepared and stay prepared. Moonlight, don't feel hopeless. I'm not sure why you're saying you're feeling hopeless, but don't feel hopeless. Um, Max, small steps every day. Indeed, things can improve. You're so correct about that. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for sharing. Uh, and so here's the thing that we want to continue to do, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm looking to see if there's anything that I wanted to respond to in the chat. Some things I will respond to, other things I'm not going to respond to, people. And the reason I'm not going to respond to it, and I want to be clear about this because I do appreciate you being here. I do appreciate you engaging, and I do appreciate you being in the chat. The things that I'm not going to respond to are things that you as an individual have decided you want to determine what the conversation and the direction of everybody else's day should be about. This is a place for you to come as an individual and be a part of a community that wants to support and grow. This is not a place where you come to be a part of a community to try to dictate actions by questions or engagement designed to drive people apart. I can't stand it, man. I'm telling you, I can't stand the way the world is being driven by people who do not have a vision and believe they can control everybody else's vision with questions. This is why it's important to understand your purpose. Because if you don't understand your purpose, if you don't know your value, if you don't understand why you do what you do or what you're working towards, it's so easy to fall into these traps. It's so easy to spend your time focusing on stuff that is a distraction and that's preventing you from living your best life. It's preventing you from enjoying your experience, from enjoying your time and your energy with your loved ones, the things that are preventing you from being able to live the life that you want. How does this happen? Why does this that happen? Who are we listening to, talking to, engaging with that is allowing for a wedge to be driven between us and those around us? And for what? For someone else's point of view, for someone else's belief system. Everything that I share with you here is about you. I don't tell you that you need to be like me. I don't tell you you need to think like me. I don't tell you that you need to have the same goals that I have or that you need to arrive where I want you to arrive. I'm simply here to encourage you that if you have a purpose, if you have something you want, stop sitting around waiting for your job to all of a sudden decide you need to be paid 3.5 times more than you're currently being paid. Stop sitting around waiting for some political party or some religious group or some think tank to come past and say we're going to change the world because we want you to be happy. Stop sitting around praying and pleading and begging for your life to be better and then waiting for God to come and change it for you. You still have work to do. You still have stuff you need to do. I'm trying to encourage you to be about your purpose, to understand that you play a part in who you are, and where you're going. And in order for you to truly be able to do that, in order for you to truly be able to make that change, in order for you to truly see the life you're looking for, let's get up and let's get at it. We don't have to keep playing games with people, man. We don't have to keep sitting back and complaining and lamenting and boo booing everything that's going on in our life. What is important, man, is for us to get up and get at it, people. What's important is for us to understand that we serve a purpose, we have a purpose, and we want to be about it. I'm only on here for 30 minutes in the morning, people. I have a purpose. Understand my purpose. I come on here in the morning to share, and I appreciate those who come on here in the morning to be a part of the process. And I encourage you to continue to seek out your purpose, continue to seek out ways for you to grow, for you to develop, and for you to become who you want to be in life, for you to find a life and find out what's important to you, what has value, what determines wealth for you. For most people, wealth is about freedom and time. And if freedom and time is important to you, find out what you can do to acquire more freedom and time. Understand that in order for you to be able to achieve this freedom and achieve this time, that you also have to consider your part. You have to become a major part of your own life. Stop allowing for your life to be dedicated to driving, improving, and building someone else's purpose, someone else's life, someone else's legacy, someone else's generational wealth. You are doing that on a regular basis when you get up, and the work that you do is dedicated to working for others. Jim Rome, a very simple line, and it's so simple, but it's so many people seem to miss it. Never work harder on your job than you do on yourself. So you went to school. There's a belief that you go to school, you go to college, and then you get a good job and you learn what the job needs and you learn how to take care of their people. You learn how to take care of their clients. You learn how to take care of their customers and make sure that their business is successful. But at the same time, marriages are failing, families are failing, children are failing. Individuals are failing. We're not happy. We don't understand why we're not happy. The world is going. People are getting richer than they've ever been. And we still have people who are not happy, who can't find happiness, who can't understand or identify what they need to do with their lives. This is because you are working harder on your job than you are on yourself. How is it you know what to say to a customer when they walk into your bank or they walk into your restaurant or they walk into your store? How do you know how to talk to them so that you make a connection with them and you're able to sell them something, but your spouse is sitting at home alone and she doesn't know what to do with herself during the day and you don't know how to just say, I love you. You don't know how to come home and give her a hug. Your children are running astray. They don't like being around you. They don't want to talk to you, but you don't want to take the same amount of time to study yourself and study your family so that you can improve that relationship. These things are important. This is what it means when it says, don't work harder on your job than you do on yourself. You have to have value. You have to understand the value of you, people. You have to understand the purpose. Stop letting this ridiculousness and this asinine information out here in the world separate you from your purpose. Stop following and looking at things that don't encourage you to be about your business, to be about your purpose, to be about your growth. I encourage you immensely to continue to read, continue to focus, continue to learn, continue to be about understanding what's happiness for you, what's wealth for you, how do you achieve it. All of these things are good. All of these things for you and your purpose are the things that are for you and your purpose. I just want you to understand. I just want you to understand, guys, I'm not here to judge. I never talk about groups. And the reason I don't talk about groups, because groups are not people. And people inside of groups have problems. I'm about to end this, guys. I'm never on here. I try my best not to stay on here longer than I'm supposed to. And the reason I don't is because I have a purpose. I have a wife and 7 children at home. And what I do out here for my workout is to be able to get back to my wife and my 7 children so that I can be a part of their life, so that I can finish this and then I can get back to being a part of their life and appreciating and enjoying the wealth that is the experience of my family. And so I'm going to try to bring this to an end. Here's the thing that I want to make sure is an important part of the information that I leave you with today. Understand, really understand this. Please, let's take a moment. And this is the close on everything that I was saying. People with problems are not problems. If you know someone who has a problem, as challenging as that may be for them, as challenging as it may be to come through and be there for them, as difficult as it may be to try to help someone who may, in many cases, not be helping themselves, the one thing you need to understand, regardless of what capacity you are in their life, a person with a problem is not a problem. The problem is still the problem. And don't misunderstand me. You don't need to solve that problem. It may not be your job to solve that problem. It may not be your responsibility, and it's never your responsibility to believe, good morning, that you need to fix someone because people are people, but a person with a problem is not a problem. Let's learn to be human, learn to love ourselves so we can learn to love others and we can learn to be loved. If you don't have the ability to appreciate yourself, if you don't have the capacity to love yourself and to care for yourself, then when it comes time for someone else to care for you, when it comes time for you to care for someone else, you don't know what it looks like going in both directions because someone can be loving you, but if you've never been loved, you don't know. If the only love that you've ever received was violence and arguments and vitriol, then that's what you think love is. You have to learn to love yourself. You have to learn to know what peace is. You have to learn to know what happiness is and wealth is. I appreciate you guys being here. As always, please drop a like, a thumbs up, head over to the channel, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because I'm up every morning from 4:30 until 5 here on the East Coast. It's a pleasure. I appreciate you guys stopping in. And as always, have a blessed day.